Hi, my name is Loren Locke. I'm an immigration attorney in Atlanta, and I'm talking about recommendation letters for your EB2 NIW petition or your EB1A Immigrant Petition for an alien of extraordinary ability. I get asked all the time, who should I ask to write my letters? I think it's great to start with a list where you boil down your mentors, your trainers, your bosses, people that have careers similar to yours but in different organizations. So either your former coworkers or your classmates who are elsewhere in the industry. Those are a great place to look. I think asking your own friends from college and graduate school is an underutilized source because you may think, well, they're not senior to me. They're the same age. Their career's the same duration. Well, if you're applying for one of these elite statuses in immigration, you've had accomplishments, and your peers have too. Whether they are equally as accomplished to you or not, they could be a really appropriate and good choice for a recommendation letter. And they add some diversity to your letters because these are people that don't work with you now. So they're not from your petitioning employer or your employer, even if you're self-petitioning. They've got more distance from you than your actual coworkers, and they can really make an impact. What is the point of these recommendation letters? Why do you need them, and how many do you need? That depends on how complex your field is and how hard it is to make a layman understand it. You know what you do, and you you surely talk to your relatives about your work. Do they understand what you do? USCIS, you should assume your adjudicator is not familiar with your field unless your field is so well known that every person knows, like, I'm an actor, I'm a dancer, I'm a musician. Okay. If it's in tech, if it's in STEM fields at all, if it's in business, these are not things that everyone understands. You may need those letters to really lay the foundation of what you do. What is the landscape that you are working in? What is the overarching point of your work and your industry? So whether you're in finance or you're in some kind of development, some kind of R&D, we need those letters to help us tell the story about why this work matters and what is your role in this much larger field. Where is that field going, and why are you positioned to help get it there, even though this is not the era of Galileo or Benjamin Franklin figuring things out really in isolation. Everything's collaborative. Everything has a lot of players who matter. We need to figure out and tell the story about why you matter in your field and why your field matters in the larger picture of the U.S. economy. How many letters do you need? If your letters are great, then you don't need as many. If your letters are not great, you should still focus on getting fewer better letters rather than a high number. If you're focusing on chasing down 15 different people and trying to get them to tell you something, and you're not going to have as much time and effort, and your attorney's not going to have as much time to invest in making each one of those letters really fantastic. And you really probably don't need 15 because how many different jobs have you had? What are the main pieces of your case that you're trying to tell the story about? And is there a way to get letter writers to only write about what they actually know about you, but to have it, in some reasonable number of chapters, like 5, 6, 7 letters that can be really powerful. In each letter, good. How long should they be? I aim for a page and a half typed. It can vary. That works well. First paragraph is usually about your writer, setting them up as an authority, setting them up as an expert, setting up how they know you and why they like you. So it usually dates back to when they met you and what you worked on first. Focus in on the work that you actually worked with them on. And then afterwards, I also know that he did A, B, and C since then, and we've kept in touch, and I was so impressed by whatever other project that you can pack in new things there. If you were on an organization with them or a board with them, or you did an event, you judged some kind of professional contest with them, you can fit that into your letter. These letters can really be make or break because they give your case a story and a voice. They differentiate you. It can be really difficult to break through and show why your work is so extraordinary and so important. It's really useful as you're thinking about your case, you're building up toward it. Just practice describing it, defining it, talking to people outside of your industry about what you do and why it matters. That will help you communicate with your lawyer, or if you're really daring, straight to USCIS, and tell that story to them and get through what it is that makes you deserving of a green card so that you can keep doing that work in the United States. Good luck.